When science fiction writer Philip K. Dick asked whether machines could think and feel like humans, it was meant as a philosophical question. But today, NASA is asking something even more practical. Could machines actually take our place on the first missions to Mars? The idea might sound like something out of a movie, but it's very real. Human astronauts are fragile. They need food, water, oxygen, protection from radiation, and constant medical support. Robots don't. That's why NASA is now exploring the idea of sending artificial intelligence-powered astronauts ahead of us to colonize the red planet. Imagine this: a fleet of AI-driven explorers traveling to Mars. They wouldn't get tired. They wouldn't need to breathe. They wouldn't suffer from cosmic radiation or bone loss from microgravity. Instead, they could maintain spacecraft systems, care for human passengers in hibernation or stasis, and once they arrive, start building the foundations of a Martian settlement. They could construct shelters, mine resources, and prepare life support infrastructure long before the first human even sets foot on Martian soil. This isn't science fiction anymore. NASA's Autonomous Systems and Operations program has already shown how AI tools can manage spacecraft, assist astronauts, and even operate independently when communication delays make human control impossible. Sending AI astronauts comes with huge benefits. Costs go down. Risks to human life go down. Missions become faster and more flexible. But here's the dilemma. If machines are the first to plant feet on Mars, what does that mean for humanity's dream of space exploration? For decades, we've imagined that iconic moment: a person in a spacesuit planting a flag in red dust. Now, that moment could belong to a machine. Few people have thought about this more deeply than Pascal Lee, a planetary scientist with both the SETI Institute and the Mars Institute. Lee has spent decades leading Mars analog missions here on Earth, testing how humans might survive in the Arctic or the high deserts, environments that resemble Mars. His conclusion? The journey to Mars is more dangerous and more complex than most people realize. And because of that, Lee suggests that artificial super astronauts may be our best chance at an early foothold on the red planet. Unlike today's rovers, which require remote commands, these AI astronauts would act on their own. They'd make real-time decisions, adapt to problems instantly, and endure an environment that would cripple a human crew. Still, Lee makes one thing clear: this is not about replacing humans. Colonizing Mars will be a century-long effort, and machines will serve as pioneers and caretakers, keeping the dream of human arrival alive. And in many ways, NASA is already moving in this direction. Consider Valkyrie, the humanoid robot platform designed to operate in disaster zones and extreme environments. Or Astrobee, the AI assistant currently floating aboard the International Space Station. Step by step, NASA is weaving machine intelligence into the very fabric of mission planning. While the dream of a human footprint on Mars still burns bright, it's increasingly likely that silicon-based explorers will arrive first, preparing the way for the fragile species that created them. But this shift forces us to rethink what exploration even means. For generations, the image of a human astronaut planting a flag symbolized progress, courage, and discovery. Now, exploration is no longer just about human endurance. It's about how we design and empower intelligent systems to act as extensions of ourselves. Pascal Lee describes this vision in profoundly human terms. He sees android explorers not as replacements, but as our descendants, humanity's technological children, sent forward into environments we cannot yet endure. Like parents sending their children into the world, we would launch these AI astronauts with hope, pride, and responsibility. Their victories would reflect our ingenuity. Their struggles would reveal our limits, and their presence on Mars would keep alive the dream of one day walking there ourselves. So maybe the first footprints on Mars won't belong to us. Maybe they'll belong to machines built in our image. But if those machines are there to prepare the way for us, to keep the dream alive, then perhaps that moment won't feel like a loss at all. It will feel like the first step in a much larger story. The story of humanity's journey to the stars, carried forward by the explorers we created to go where we could not.